The extra lecture we are conducting because on Thursday I was unable to conduct the lecture, and as early as possible we're supposed to finish our syllabus so that we will start the revision. So that's why today's extra lecture we have scheduled. So without wasting much of time, how many students joined? Okay, fine, 50. So we will move towards, that is the next point from the unit number 6 we are going to learn, that is IO port configuration. So it is a very small point. Already we have gone through it, but in detail, once again, we supposed to just see the features and how it is going to work. So that today we will see here, IO port configuration. So before going for that, the same way, that is the quiz, few questions I have selected. So immediately or as fast as possible, you just give the answers for this so that we will move ahead. Just take 1 minute and Santosh Khilari. Give the answer in chat box. Roll number 33, Jagruti, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in between, don't get left. Anyone? Okay, I'm getting the answer. So let us see that what the answers. Why students are making this much late? So first question was TRIS, that is tri-state. B, that is port B, function is what? So again, the TRIS, as I told, tri-state, it is used for deciding the direction. It is used for deciding the direction. So which quiz you can see on the slide, I don't know, but what the Vaishnavi has given, the answer for second, that is the port E size 3. Okay, very good. And third, that is a little confusion, and intentionally you have not read that carefully. Dash dash ports are available for DAC, ADC. Got it? So that is the point you should observe carefully, and accordingly you're supposed to write the answer for that. The fourth one, that is a 368 byte. Very good. The first is the interrupt. So it is deciding the direction of port B. That is what it is expected. Okay. So with this, we will just move ahead. The answer of this. So it is what the answers for these 4 questions. That is decide the direction of port B. Then 3 bits. That is the E port. And for DAC is not available at all in the PIC 16F. So 0 bits are there, or the ports are there for available for DAC. And the RAM size is 368 bytes. So these are the questions. So be firm on that. Read the words carefully so that no wrongly you are writing the answers in the exam. So today we are going to see the one of the scene point, that is the IO port configuring. That is the 5 ports are there, the capacity of each one it is there, and how we can decide the direction and how we can load the data into that port. So that is comes under this IO port configuring. That is how to configure them. So normally this PIC is the comes with a 5 input output port, that is also known as the bidirectional. What is their use? They are used for input output interfacing with the external device or circuit. So circuit which can be used as an interrupt for PIC, that is external interrupt. The next point we are going to learn. Most of these port pins are multiplexed for handling alternate functions. So as we have seen in the pinout diagram, एकाच पिनला मल्टिपल फंक्शन्स अलॉट केलेली आहेत, म्हणजेच काय, दे आर मल्टिप्लेक्स्ड. सो एनी वन function will be there at a time. So that is decided by the alternate the decoder. Then all the ports in this PIC are bidirectional, and when the chip this peripheral action will be enabled, that pin, a pin, or all the pins of a port can be used as a input or output function. म्हणजे एका पोर्टला 8 पिन आहेत, तर त्यातल्या 4 पिन तुम्ही आउटपुट म्हणून वापरू शकता, 4 पिन इनपुट म्हणून पण वापरू शकता. तर त्याच्यानुसार तुम्हाला कॉन्फिगर करावं लागतं. So this is what the general introduction of it. Then about port A. So port A and the TRIS-A register, which is used for deciding the direction. So port A is a 6-bit wide bidirectional port, and the direction it is controlled. Direction म्हणजे काय की whether input म्हणजे inward, output म्हणजे outward. So that is the by using the TRIS command. That is, for example, setting a TRIS-A that is equal to 1. So it is giving that it will work as a input. म्हणजे TRIS-A is equal to 1 अशी जर कमांड दिली तर त्याचा अर्थ होतो की पोर्ट ए च्या सगळ्या पिन्स इनपुट म्हणून वर्क होतील. At the same time, TRIS-A is equal to 0, making all the pins working as a output. So this is what about port A. Similarly for port B, that is, but the size of this one, it is of 8-bit. 8-bit bidirectional. Setting this TRIS-B same. जर 1 गेलं तर इनपुट, 0 केलं तर आउटपुट. At the same time, port C, again it is the 8-bit. Port A was 6-bit, port B was 8-bit. Now port C is 8-bit, and it is controlled by the TRIS-C, that is direction register. It is one when it is 1, so input, when it is 0, it will be output. That is fixed, that is not going to be changed. Port C is also multiplexed with several peripheral functions. So for that you can see the pinout diagram in which the port C pins are also working as a for different functions, so that we can see. So internally these pins are having the internally the Smith trigger, that is the input buffers. So in that detail no need to go. Port D. Port D is also having the 8-bit size, and it is also internally having the Smith trigger input buffers. So normally these buffers and Smith trigger that is used for the just matching the impedance or the synchronization purpose they are used. And each pin in this port individually configurable. That is what I told की कुठल्याही 4 पिन इनपुट म्हणून कुठल्याही आउटपुट म्हणून हे तुम्ही सेट करू शकता. That is what it is written here. This port D is also being used for microprocessor port that is functioning as PSP, that is parallel slave port, PSP. So that can be asked in the MCQs. That is, port D is also used for dash dash dash. So it is PSP. It is nothing but parallel slave port, and it is done by using this particular PSP mode pin, which we have seen in the earlier session. That is in the SFRs. That is PCON, TCON that we have seen. So in that, this particular bit we have to set it PSP mode. Port E. Port E is specially having the function of the control bits or the control pins. So it is having the only 3 pins, that is RD, WR and CS, that is chip select. But with that, it can be used for the other purposes also. So this can be also used as a TRISE, that is to decide the direction, and it is also used for the PSP mode, that is parallel slave port. This port E also can be used for the same. So what is this PSP? In next unit we are going to learn that one. So right now you just remember that port E is also used for the PSP. So that is what here. So this is the 2 instructions which already we have seen, but here also once again we will repeat that. TRISX, that stands for the which port will be here. So used to configure the respective port as output or input. म्हणजेच डायरेक्शन ठरवायसाठी की इनपुट का आउटपुट. TRISA, TRISB, TRISC, like this. At the same time, to upload the data, port X, that is port A, port B, port C, port D, like that, used to read write the data from or to the port pin. जर इनपुट असेल तर it can read from, आणि जर आउटपुट असेल तर it can write to. It is like that. तर ह्या 2 कमांड्स खूप महत्त्वाच्या आहेत ज्या वेळेस तुम्ही पोर्ट कुठलाही वापरणार असताल तुमच्या प्रोग्राम मध्ये किंवा ऍप्लिकेशन्स मध्ये. आणि नॉर्मली whenever you are going for interfacing, definitely you supposed to use the registers, that is port, and these 2 instructions must come in that. So how to set that, that is only the nextly we will see. So graphically it is being shown here. See the diagram very carefully. TRISD, PORTD. पहिली जी कमांड आहे TRISD, it is deciding the first 4 bit, that is MSB bits, are 0000 नंतर 1111. That is, the first 4 bits are configured as output and the next 4 bits are configured as a input. हे झालं डायरेक्शनचं इनपुट आउटपुट. मग आता त्यात डेटा काय ठेवायचा आहे. सो इट इज डिसाइडेड बाय दिस. पोर्ट डी इज इक्वल टू 1010 0011. Got it? So these arrows are showing the direction. If you are able to see the cursor, you can just check out. Arrows are indicating the directions की इनपुट कुठले आहेत आणि आउटपुट कुठले आहेत. तर फॉर एक्झाम्पल त्यांनी जिथं आउटपुट आहेत तिथं एलईडी प्लेस केलेले आहेत. कारण जे आउटपुट आपण एलईडी ला देऊ त्यानुसार एलईडी ग्लो होईल किंवा नॉट ग्लोईंग. त्याचप्रमाणे जिथं इनपुट आहेत तिथं त्यांनी स्विच दाखवलेले आहेत 2 बिटला. ते स्विच दाबलं की तुमचं ग्राउंडला कनेक्ट होणार आहे आणि स्विच ऑन ऑफ असेल तर VCC राहणार आहे त्या पोर्टला. अशा पद्धतीनं. तर तुम्ही जर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इफ यू सी द फर्स्ट पिन नंबर 7, दॅट इज सी द कर्सर, हा एलईडी ग्लो झालेला आहे. का? कारण त्याच्या इनपुटला 1 हा डेटा आलेला आहे. त्याच्या इनपुटला 1 हा डेटा आलाय म्हणजे VCC आलेला आहे आणि दुसरं एंड ग्राउंडला आहे म्हणजेच फॉरवर्ड बायसिंग होणार आणि हा एलईडी ग्लो झालेला आहे. पण त्याच वेळेस त्याच्या शेजारचा एलईडी ऑफ आहे. का हो? कारण डेटा आहे 0 म्हणजे ग्राउंड, विच कम्स ॲट द इनपुट ऑफ दिस एलईडी दॅट इज ॲट एनोड. अँड ड्यू टू दॅट दिस विल नॉट गोज इन अ फॉरवर्ड बायस अँड दिस विल नॉट ग्लो. तसंच आपण इकडे स्विचचं पण बघूयात. 2 स्विच आहेत, परंतु दोन्हींची कंडिशन वेगवेगळी दाखवलेली आहे. म्हणजेच काय की हे इनपुट म्हणून आहेत. म्हणजे इथं जो डेटा येणार आहे तो ह्या स्विचच्या स्टेटसवर डिपेंड असणार आहे. तर एक जे स्विच आहे ते ऑन आहे आणि हे जे दुसरं आहे ते ऑफ आहे, म्हणजे ओपन आहे, जर केअरफुली बघितलं तर. तर this switch is closed and due to that this particular input goes 0. आणि त्याचबरोबर इफ यू आर लुकिंग फॉर दिस वन, हे ओपन असल्यामुळं हे ग्राउंडला कनेक्ट होत नाहीये आणि त्यामुळं व्हीसीसी म्हणजेच लॉजिक 1 या पोर्टला इनपुट म्हणून जात आहे, म्हणजे हा डेटा इथं येतोय. गॉट इट. तर अशा प्रकारे तुम्ही हे सेटिंग इथं करू शकता, डायरेक्शन आणि डेटा. इनपुटला डेटा बाहेरून येणार आहे आणि आउटपुटला डेटा कंट्रोलर मधनं जाणार आहे. हा कन्सेप्ट आहे बेसिकली फॉर कॉन्फिगरिंग दिस आयओ पोर्ट्स. तर त्यासाठी आपण आता थोडे एक्झाम्पल्स बघणार आहोत. सो ऑल आर बी रेडी विथ द पेज अँड पेन, पेपर अँड पेन. हे एक एक लिहून घ्या आणि what is the meaning of each one, each instruction that you supposed to write in front of that instruction. So all are informed to open the notebook and write down these instructions one below one. Take 2 minutes and just write down as it is on the paper so that we will discuss on that and I will tell that actually the meaning. But before that, if possible, you can think on that because already we have seen these two instructions. काय ह्याचा अर्थ होतोय? At the start it looks very complicated and very difficult, but it is not like that. When we will see the explanation, so definitely you will say that it is a very easy and nothing complicated. दोन कमांड्स आहेत फक्त ह्याच्यामध्ये, TRIS आणि PORT, आणि त्याला फक्त वेगवेगळ्या व्हॅल्यू असाइन केलेल्या आहेत. आणि मग त्या वेगवेगळ्या व्हॅल्यू असाइन केल्यामुळं त्याचं मीनिंग कसा बदलतो ते आपल्याला बघायचंय, कॉन्फिगर कसं होतंय ते बघायचंय. So let us see the first TRIS B, म्हणजे बी ची डायरेक्शन ठरवायची आहे, इनपुट की आउटपुट. आता इज इक्वल टू काय केलेलं आहे, 0xFF, म्हणजे 0x हे कशाचं निदर्शक आहे, तर इट इज अ हेक्साडेसिमल व्हॅल्यू, दॅट इज इट इंडिकेट्स. FF म्हणजे 11111111 means all the pins of port B are configured as correct input. लिहून घ्या, all the pins of port B are configured as input. Now see the second instruction, TRISB is equal to 255, म्हणजेच B पोर्टची डायरेक्शन 255. नाउ दिस नोटेशन इट इज इन डेसिमल. त्याला काहीच लावलेलं नाहीये पुढं प्रिफिक्स, त्यामुळं हे डेसिमल. 255 डेसिमल म्हणजे बायनरी काय होतं? दॅट इज 11111111. गॉट इट? सो दॅट इज इक्विव्हॅलंट विथ द FF. म्हणजेच ह्या इन्स्ट्रक्शनचा पण अर्थ, ऑल द पिन्स ऑफ पोर्ट B आर कॉन्फिगर्ड ॲज इनपुट. ॲज इनपुट. फक्त मांडायची पद्धत वेगळी आहे, परंतु अर्थ एकच आहे. लाईक दॅट. पहिलं हेक्साडेसिमल नोटेशन आहे, दुसऱ्यात डेसिमल आहे. त्याचाही अर्थ तोच वरच्यासारखा. नाव थर्ड, आता पोर्ट B. पोर्ट B इज इक्वल टू 0xFF. पोर्ट ही कमांड कशासाठी आहे तर डेटा अपलोडिंगसाठी. पोर्ट B मध्ये डेटा टाकायचा आहे. काय? 0x म्हणजे हेक्स, FF म्हणजे 11111111 मीन्स पोर्ट B मध्ये ऑल द बिट्स लोडेड आर 1. प्रत्येक बीट ही लॉजिक 1 ला कनेक्ट केलेली आहे. तसंच सिमिलरली जस्ट सी द रीड फोर्थ कमांड, पोर्ट B इज इक्वल टू 255. आता तुमच्या लक्षात आलं असेल की हा अरे वरच्या दोन कमांड, ह्या दोन कमांड सेमच आहेत. मीन्स 255 इट इंडिकेट्स दॅट द सेम थिंग, की प्रत्येक बीटला 1 असाइन केलेलं आहे. तर चौथी इन्स्ट्रक्शनचा मिनिंग सुद्धा तिसऱ्याप्रमाणेच आहे. नाव let us go for the next one, that is TRISC is equal to 0x00. आता कोण सांगेल याचा अर्थ? The meaning of this one is direction of port C is equal to 00 म्हणजे all zeros म्हणजेच आउटपुट. गेट इट? म्हणजे all the pins of port C are configured as output. This is the simple meaning of this command. Now we will go ahead, that is port C is equal to 0x00. काय असेल याचा अर्थ? लिहून काढा तुम्ही नोटबुक मध्ये. पोर्ट C is equal to 0x00. म्हणजेच पोर्ट C मधल्या प्रत्येक बिटला 0 हे असाइन केलेलं आहे. All the bits of port C are assigned the data 0. Next, similar to that, port D is equal to port B. So it is a logical expression. Port D is equal to port B. तर ह्याचा सिंपल अर्थ असा आहे की पोर्ट B मधला डेटा पोर्ट D मध्ये कॉपी करा. पोर्ट B मधला डेटा पोर्ट D मध्ये कॉपी करा. दिस इज ॲज सिंपल ॲज. नेक्स्ट, पोर्ट D is equal to PD0 belongs to 1 or PD3 belongs to 1 or PD6 belongs to 1. म्हणजेच इथं इंडिकेशन सिंटॅक्स असा आहे की पोर्ट D म्हणजे 8 पोर्ट D ला 8 पिन असतात. तर त्यातले 0 नंबरची पिन, 3 नंबरची पिन आणि 6 नंबरची पिन ह्या 1 आहेत. त्याला डेटा काय असाइन केलेला आहे तर 1. म्हणजेच जर पूर्ण 8 बिटचं स्टेटस जर मी विचारलं तुम्हाला की काय डेटा असेल ह्या कमांड नंतर पोर्ट डी मध्ये, तर काय तुम्ही लिहू शकता? पिन नंबर 7 0, 6 ला 1, 5 ला 0, 4 ला 0, 3 ला 1, 2 ला 0, 1 ला 0 आणि 0 ला 1. So like this, the data will be assigned to that particular port D with this command. Okay. Then the last one, that is the port C, is equal to 0B 00000. आता म्हणताल की हे काय अजून? So same, there are 3 ways of just writing any of the command. एक म्हणजे हेक्स, अजून एक आहे हेक्स, डेसिमल, बायनरी आणि ऑक्टल. या 4 प्रकारे नॉर्मली लिहिलं जातं. त्यातलं मॅक्झिममली हेक्स कोड हे जास्त वापरलं जातं. लक्षात ठेवा, मॅक्झिममली रिप्रेझेंटिंग टेक्निक्स किती आहेत? तर 4. हेक्स मध्ये, डेसिमल मध्ये, बायनरी मध्ये आणि ऑक्टल मध्ये. सो फ्रॉम दॅट द लास्ट वन, दिस इज पोर्ट सी इज इक्वल टू, हे आहे बायनरी रिप्रेझेंटेशन. म्हणजे त्याचा प्रिफिक्स काय लावलेला आहे? 0B. B stands for binary. आणि all bits are 0 means all the pins of port C are assigned to 0. कारण पोर्ट कमांड आहे म्हणजे डेटा येतो, डायरेक्शन नाही आहे. बरोबर, प्रत्येक बिट ही 0 असाइन केलेली आहे. So this is what the explanation for this. So those who have not written, you can just take a minute and just note it down, the meaning of all these instructions. So whatever we have discussed, the same meanings are written here or no? Just confirm it. Actually, this was given for the quiz. So dash dash are there. So you can fill that dash dash. So first is port B as input, second port B as input, then third all pins of port B high, fourth one all pins of port B high. That is they are the used as an input, like that. Then port C adds 00 means output, it is outward direction. Then port C 00, that means all the pins are 0, logic 0. Then port D is equal to port B, that is port B to the port D. Then make PD0, PD3, PD6 high. And last one, that is all the pins become low, that is active low or the logic 0. So in that way, the explanation or the configuration of various ports we have learned through this particular point. So this is what for one point we have covered today. In the next session, we will see that the interrupt and the types of reset, so that this unit will get over on the Monday. So this is what I want to teach you today. So I hope you understand that what we have seen today. Now, one activity we are supposed to do after this, that is as you might be knowing, today is the 31st of October. So it is been celebrated as a Rashtriya Ekta Divas. So we supposed to take one pledge as a few days before we have gone for. So all are requested to just put or utter your name after the I, like that the last time Akshay sir has conducted. So today also we will do the same thing here. So don't left this meeting. I'm just sharing that one, and we will finish that, and then you can leave. So before that, one more thing about this, you can see on your screen, that is the notice for the admission. So today is the, according to them, it is the last day of just taking the admission. And this is the note is very important. If you have gone through is that those who are comes in a category and ABC category, so it is a duty of a student to apply for the scholarship and not for of the institute. So as the login and password is with the students only, so they're supposed to just fill this and get it, apply for the scholarship. And if you are not applying in time, that's called for scholarship, so definitely you're supposed to pay the full fee. So very important for you and your parents. So as we cannot talk to directly with your parents through this one, so this is the way how we can make a communication with you. And as a first installment, you supposed to just pay as per this table. The I also already sent on the group, the account number is also there, don't make any mistake in this. And accordingly you supposed to just uh, pay the admission fee. For open, it is a 30 plus 399. For OBC or EBC, 20,000 plus 399. So this is the university fee for what, that afterwards we will get clear when you will approach to the office. So for SBC, VGNT, TFWS, 9283 plus 399. So you have to combinedly just add this one, and online transaction you supposed to do. No cash, no check, no DD will be accepted. So this is what the instructions for you I want to make it. So by today or just in 1-2 days you have to complete this process, so that the next one is the exam form. So that also we supposed to fill up as after this admission process, because if you are not taking the admission, definitely you will not get the exam form for filling, because that also we are going to provide to you. And comes from the university only, and when university is sending the exam form when the admission gets confirmed by the institute. So accordingly you supposed to take the action on this. Okay, and tell to your parents also. So now we will go towards that. As today is the 31st 2020, that is the celebration of Rashtriya Ekta Divas, and this is due to the birth anniversary of late Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. It has been observed as a National Unity Day, and the observance of this day serves to enforce one commitment to strengthen the security, unity, and integrity of our country. So today it is our duty to just take that pledge. This is what the pledge is there. So before that, I will just announce one by one. I. So after that, you supposed to utter the your name after that, so that combinedly I will just read that pledge at the end. Okay, so let us start with that. The first, whatever the name I can see over here, that is the roll number 32. Madam, you just utter your name after I will say I.
I,
No, your name you have to utter, madam. I.
केतकी भास्कर देशपांडे.
Okay, then I. Roll number 1.
सोनाली बागल.
Then next I.
अबोली अडसूळ.
Then next I.
प्राजक्ता अवताडे.
Then roll number 7. I. Gayatri. Okay. The next roll number 8.
I ऋतुजा जाधव.
Then next roll number 9.
I क्षिप्रा कुर्नावर.
Roll number 10.
आय हर्षदा नरवडे.
11,
आय उर्मिला पापरकर.
12,
आय पल्लवी ऋतून.
13,
आय मोनिका शिंदे.
14,
आय विद्या ढेरे.
15,
आय गायत्री कदम.
16,
आय अर्चना केसकर.
17,
आय प्रतीक्षा खोबरे.
18,
आय सुप्रिया पवार.
19,
आय वैष्णवी सुरवसे.
20,
आय उमरे वैष्णवी.
21,
आय वैष्णवी गोटे.
22,
आय प्रतीक्षा कुलकर्णी.
24,
आय अंकिता साठी.
25,
तेजस्वी थोरात.
26,
निवेदिता बाबानगरे.
27,
आय निकिता भोसले.
28,
आय श्वेता मगर.
29,
आय अंचल शेख.
30 absent, 31.
Present, sir.
Madam, you're supposed to utter your name. I. 31. Utter your name, madam.
Okay, sir.
Okay. 33. 33. Okay. Next. 34.
आय नसरीन शेख.
35.
आय ईश्वरी शेळके.
36.
भक्ती दुधगीकर.
37.
आय गायत्री कुंटला.
38. 38. 39.
आय भोसले प्रतीक्षा.
41.
आय मंजू लोंढे.
42.
आय आयशा तांबोळी.
44.
आय योगेश गंगथडे.
45.
आय रोहित हजारे.
47.
आय श्लोक पाटील.
48.
शिवराज काळे.
49.
आय कौशिक कुलकर्णी.
51. Sujay. 53. 55.
शंकर.
56.
आय प्रतीक वाळुसकर.
57.
आय मंगेश्वर पटाक.
58. 58. 60.
आय विजय साळुंके.
61.
राज भोसले.
64.
आय गिरीश प्रसाद गेरडे.
67.
आय करण शिंदे.
68.
आय समीक्षा कोरके.
69.
आय अंजली मागाडे.
70.
सोनाली मामाने.
71.
मयुरी नामदे.
72.
आय रुपाली.
73.
आय अश्विन वाघमोडे.
74.
आय सुजित नंदवटे.
66.
आय संकेत जगताप.
सिद्धेश्वर. Are you there, Siddheshwar? No, it's not there. Okay, fine. So this is what, on the behalf of you all, that I'm going to read this Kshatriya Rashtriya Ekta Divas pledge on the occasion of the birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So I solemnly pledge that I dedicate myself to preserve the unity, integrity, and security of the nation, and also strive hard to spread this message among my fellow countrymen. I take this pledge in the spirit of unification of my country, which was made possible by the vision and actions of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. I also solemnly resolve to make my own contribution to ensure internal security of my country. Thank you. So this is what the pledge, it is all we have taken on the occasion of birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. And now you can put your attendance in the chat box and you can leave. Thank you.